I finally started to get back in tune with what it was that got me motivated to even start real estate. You're an investor. You're just going to kick everybody out and, do whatever it is you want to do with the house. The evaluation of the properties altogether was probably somewhere close to. Yo, what's up, everybody? We are back for episode 10 of Mindset Memoirs. I want to say thank you for following through and being a part of this journey. So when we last left off, I had just told you I'd picked up about 16 properties in a course of 30 to 40 days. Now it's actually, I'm going to make a quick correction. It was 10 properties that I picked up in the course of that time. I actually had already held just a few properties, maybe about 2 months earlier. I was at 6 doors. This got me up to 16 doors with the next 10 I added, but it still comes from the same place. See, I want you to understand what got me to that place of being able to add those extra doors to the portfolio was simply I got focused, right? I finally started to get back in tune with what it was that got me motivated to even start real estate. And when I was first learning about this, when I read The Rich Dad Poor Dad, when I signed up for that Robert Kiyosaki program, when I invested that $25,000 and then another $8,000, like all of this was for the dream of creating financial freedom, creating passive income, being able to do what I wanted when I wanted. And I had gotten away from that with the pursuit of wholesaling. And wholesaling is an amazing strategy. In fact, I think anyone looking to get into this industry maybe should start off with wholesaling. If you don't have any resources and nothing but time, absolutely start with wholesaling. However, I didn't want to do that because ultimately my end goal, my end game was to create a portfolio for passive income so I can pursue my other passions. So let's actually jump into how I got these doors, because earlier you heard me talk about the importance of caring about the other person. See, I was talking with this woman, Maria, and I had called her, and I want to explain the power of following up and being persistent. When I was talking with Maria, the first time I ever called her, she actually cussed me out over the phone. And she was like, yo, no way, I'm not selling to you. I'm tired of you people calling me. And I was just like, oh my gosh. But she, for whatever reason, had told my VA that she was in fact interested in selling the deal, right? So, and keep in mind, this is what, January of 2022. This is January of 2022. So this is about a year ago. So I'm about a year and a half into this business. Remember, it was only about 8 months since I'd gotten my first deal. So it's pretty short time frame when this is all happening. So I'm on the phone with Maria. She's saying, no way in hell will I ever sell with you. And I'm like, okay, well, that kind of stinks. But I can hear that there's pain in her voice. See, sometimes people say no because they want to protect themselves. And like any good entrepreneur, like any good person, I put her on follow-up, right? She says, heck no. I'm realizing she's saying not today. So I put her on follow-up and I call her back a few weeks later. And can I just tell you, when you call a person back after they say hell no, it's not a phone call you're looking forward to making. Like, you don't sit there and wake up and say, today's the day I get to call Maria. You see it on your calendar and it's like, oh crap, I got to call Maria. Last time I talked to her, she yelled at me. She cursed me out. I call Maria back. This time she's so much more pleasant and we start having a conversation. And I say, hey Maria, what's up with the properties? I know you're interested in selling. I know you don't want to sell to an investor, but why are you even selling to begin with? Maria begins to tell me that her mother, who lives in Colombia, her mother is sick and her mother had fallen and her mother got hurt and just all of this stuff. So she's actually been flying back and forth between here and Colombia. Her daughter is getting older, getting ready to go to school. She just got out of a divorce with her ex-husband. Like, there's just life's happening to her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dang, Maria, I get that. So, but let me ask, why sell the houses? Right? The properties are producing income for you. The properties, if anything, they give you the freedom to go take care of your mother, right? She says, yeah, they've done well for me, but like at this point in my life, I don't have the bandwidth to manage. There's just too many things on my plate. So I need to begin offloading this, and I can really use the money for taking care of mom's medical bills and just worrying about my own retirement. So because I had the conversation, because I was just being a human, because I cared, she started to open up and I said, okay, well, look, I would love to purchase it, but like, why? And ask questions. Yeah, I'll ask, why did you tell me absolutely not, you won't sell it to me? Like, why don't you want to sell it to me? I'm just, and you don't have to sell it to me. I'm just curious. She tells me, well, you're an investor. You're just going to kick everybody out and, do whatever it is you want to do with the house. I said, well, I am an investor, but I don't need to kick everybody out. Like, I want to buy the house to keep it in my portfolio so I can rent it out and make cash flow. What's wrong with the people in the house? Should I kick them out? And she says, no, that's why I don't want to sell it to anybody, because I'm afraid you're all going to kick these people out. Check this out. Maria has such a big heart. She had been helping people get off the streets and get into these homes, helping them apply for government assistance, helping them to get back on their feet. So for her, it was meaningful that whoever purchased the home not kick out the people and not essentially put them back on the street. I made her a promise. I said, Maria, if I promise to keep the people in the house, will you sell me the home? She says, if you're going to keep the people in the house, just tell me what you need to pay. Awesome. Guys, just so you know, I picked up 10 doors from Maria. The best deals. All of them, just phenomenal deals that I got on these properties because I was able to solve a problem. And this came from being persistent. Now, I tell you the story not because I want to brag. And just in case anyone's wondering what the numbers were, right? I purchased a package of 10 doors from her for $180,000. Actually, $185,000. I paid myself a small $5,000 assignment. So I actually got paid to purchase this package of home, right? And the evaluation of the properties altogether was probably somewhere close to $350,000, almost $400,000. Right, in that as-is state. But I was able to get such a sweet deal because I solved the real problem. Right, I was able to get her a fast transaction. I was able to keep the people inside the house. And to this day, I have all the tenants except for one. One tenant, unfortunately, went to jail. Right, it's a long story. But I kept my side of the bargain. I kept everybody inside the house. So I solved the problem, and this is where I started to get back into alignment. See, when you step back into your alignment, at least when I did, more deals started happening, more profitable deals started happening. I started moving back to the original goal and the original dream. If you're finding that you're getting out of alignment, if you're not going where you want to be going, check with yourself. Am I still doing what I said I wanted to do? Am I still following the same dream, or did I get lost by a shiny object along the way? Really check in. So after this point, really starting to get these properties, starting to remember who I was and what I wanted to be doing in this real estate game, this is where things got pretty interesting. I started to really acquire more, do more flips, and really shut off my wholesale operation entirely. I actually turned off my entire wholesale operation and was no longer wholesaling real estate. Along with this, I started to lean more into my passion of speaking about mindset. And in the next episode, I'm actually going to break down what it is I do now, because this kind of starts to catch you up to speed. Although, at this point in the story, I really only have 16 properties. I'm sitting on about 26 now. But the real estate's not really the interesting part. The interesting stuff you're going to see is what I started doing after I started gathering the real estate and I got my time back to pursue the things I really love doing. So if you guys are enjoying this journey, if you're getting value out of it, go ahead and do me a favor, smash that like button and click subscribe. I'm going to be posting a few more episodes of the Mindset Memoirs to catch you up to speed. So now you're going to be fully knowing where I'm at, what's coming next, and I look forward to continuing the conversation.
$1 mindset, steady as the flow, navigating on my time spent, letting know every week of hesitation. It's been a few years, but there's no mistake, and there's a reason I'm here.